Interesting question. Do the chakras affect emotional intelligence? And if yes, then how? I get emotionally disturbed even for small things and mostly remain depressed and low. What to do? There are few questions and I'll clarify also certain issues here. Emotional intelligence and emotional disturbances are two different things, but certainly I will touch upon both in this video, wherein we'll talk about emotional intelligence first. Emotional intelligence, which was popularized by Daniel Goleman, and by the same name, the name of the book was Emotional Intelligence, and there were 4 major quadrants, and these quadrants will understand what is emotional intelligence and how the chakras they impact emotional intelligence. And after that, I will also answer to your specific issue, that is remaining depressed and low, which chakra is causing a kind of a dissonance within. So we'll go through this process. Hello, my name is Sandeep Dash. I have been taking people through a transformative journey based on the ancient processes, or specifically saying the power of the energy field within, which we invoke and help people go through the journey of transformation through the power of the chakras. And the specific modality that we follow is cosmic healing and quantum manifestation. Thousands and thousands of people have got tremendous benefits through these modalities. Now coming to the question, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence has got 4 parts. We'll look at each one of them and then we'll see what chakra, which are the chakras, how they're impacting emotional intelligence, and in the process how they impact our life. The first and probably the most important aspect of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. But before I take you through self-awareness, I would love to share the structure of emotional intelligence as per that framework which has been given by Daniel Goleman. It is said that emotional intelligence we see as self and others. So self, we see what are happening in self. One is being aware of the self and managing self. And second, being aware of others' emotion and managing others' emotion. So in a way, being aware of others' emotion, we can term it as social awareness. And managing others' relationship or managing others' emotion is relationship management. So there are 4 aspects here. Self-awareness, it is about self-awareness. Self-management or self-regulation, it's about self-managing ourselves. And then they say other awareness, or what we say social awareness, how we know about others' emotion, how things are going, how do we connect with others. And finally, how do we manage that emotion with others, that is relationship management. So these are the 4 things we'll discuss in short in this video, and we'll see how the energy fields they impact each one of them. And trust me, this emotional aspect, or I would say emotional intelligence aspect, it impacts our life, our career, our job, our progress, our academics, even our achievements to a large extent. In fact, as per the research, they say people who are emotionally more intelligent, they fare better than people even who are intellectually more intelligent, or those who are having high IQ, probably high emotional intelligence people, or they say high EQ people, they definitely perform at a better level than high IQ people. So if emotional intelligence is so important, what can we do about that? Do the chakras impact them? Let's look at each one of them. Starting with self-awareness. Why is it important? Self-awareness is important because with self-awareness, we grow and we govern our own self. By knowing ourselves, we also remain at a better state of emotion. We remain at a better organized process, and also we grow through our journey. And if the self-awareness aspect is low in anyone, they say the other 3 aspects, that means self-management, other awareness or social awareness, and relationship management, all these 3, they get impacted or affected. Now coming back to self-awareness, which are the energy centers? Which chakra does affect self-awareness? It is primarily by the Agya chakra. Our conscious energy that flows through our mind, it gives us a sense of what am I doing? It is giving us a feedback how I am living through my life. What are the things that I did wrong? What are the things I am doing right? What are the possibilities that are there in my life which I can explore and grow through? And even beyond that, looking at my own characteristics, looking at my own strengths, looking at my own limitations, and from the perspective of confidence, also self-awareness is very, very important. They say self-awareness, when it is under extremely challenging condition, confidence comes if self-awareness is high. So from all this perspective, we know that self-awareness is very, very important, and Agya Chakra plays a major role in giving us the sense of self-awareness. Now coming, does it help in bringing down our emotional disturbances? Yes, absolutely. As per the neuroscientific concepts, when self-awareness is high, we can manage our emotions better. Typically in the neuroscience field, they say the prefrontal lobe area in the brain, they moderate or they mediate the self-awareness aspect. And the midbrain area, especially the part known as the limbic brain or the limbic system, having a small part known as the amygdala, which raises a lot of emotional aspects in the brain or cause that emotional, we can say emotional disturbances in ourselves. That part can be managed and governed by the prefrontal lobe area, or that part which the ancient seers and sages have put as the Agya Chakra. In a way, when our self-awareness grows, we realize the emotions are changing. We realize that something needs to be intervened. And with that clarity, the emotional harmony, they do come. And so first part of emotional intelligence is about self-awareness, and improving in self-awareness is essential for our growth and also for managing our emotions better and helping us to be in a state of emotional harmony. Now coming to the second one, probably we see that as a very important factor, that is self-management. It's about self-discipline, how we are going through our life, how our patterns are there in our own actions. If this self-management is not well, we'll find our achievements are just not happening. We are struggling in our life. Very small things like getting up early in the morning to getting right kind of habits in life and getting to the bed on time, getting good sleep, all these small things, getting the things done for a responsibility area, all of these are important for having a successful and proper growth-oriented life. And this is what they say, self-management. How do I manage myself? How do I manage my emotions? How do I manage my activities and various other things? Now, which are the chakras that play a major role in this? For emotional intelligence, especially when we are talking about self-management, few of the chakras are so significantly impacting us. The energies are, first, it is the Manipura chakra, the one which gives us the energy to get to the job, to achieve something, to create something, and also to get motivated to work, to get the drive to go towards the goal. So Manipura chakra energy is important. You would notice people who have some problem in their Manipura, they would not succeed in their job and in their workplace. The reason being, there is lack of motivation, lack of confidence, lack of even the drive in their energy to do the actions, and hardly any kind of motivation to achieve something, to go towards the goal. So Manipura chakra is very important from the perspective of self-management and especially to achieve something, achievement orientation, which is a subcategory under the self-management area. Achievement orientation comes from Manipura chakra. One more chakra which is very important when we say it is self-management. It is managing the emotion also to a large extent. Acceptance. There would be success and failures in life. You'd notice some people, they succeed and they just get to that space of joy and rejoice and celebration. But the moment there is a failure, the moment something that doesn't go good in their life or in their office or in the job, they get a setback and they cannot never bounce back. And that's one of the criteria for managing ourselves. And that acceptance, that let go aspect comes from another chakra, that is the Anahata chakra. If you notice, you are unable to bounce back, unable to let go of something which has happened, which is causing some kind of challenge in getting motivation to move further, then working on the Anahata chakra. Anahata chakra, which is the Vayu Tattva, green light, and it helps us to accept and to let go of the past disturbances, move further in the journey. So again, as we say, self-management, you are not dragged by emotions which are causing this dissonance inside or which are limiting you from going further. Rather, it will help you let go and move further. So Anahata chakra is important. Now coming to one more aspect of self-management. Self-management also requires the Vishuddhi chakra, because we need to communicate about ourselves. Especially, there are challenges coming in our discipline or in our workplace or in my responsibility space, because I can't sometimes say no. I may not be authentic. That authenticity is one of the key factors for being disciplined. You want to be disciplined, but because of the circumstances, because of other people, you are just deviating. You are not able to hang on to what you have decided to do as a matter of your discipline. So there, saying no to things and accepting the right things, the confidence to say so, and with authenticity comes from the Vishuddhi chakra. And especially in the modern era, when we are dependent on so many people, whether at home or at office, or we are leading so many people, or so many people are leading us, there the authenticity is one of the key factors where we can protect ourselves, through which we can protect ourselves from the unnecessary noises and stay disciplined, which is part of the self-management aspect. And finally, for self-management, we also need the power of Agya chakra. This is required for diligence, for being moral, more ethical, being focused. All of this again dependent on the Agya chakra, and it also somewhere give the logic to the emotional mind to get settled, and that also comes from the Agya chakra. So in a way, all these four chakras are important for self-management perspective. So those who are having these chakras appropriately aligned, they would succeed in these areas. When I say appropriately aligned, it may vary from context to context, situation to situation. So based on the situation, we say that alignment has to be done. And finally, coming to the other aspect, rather the third aspect I would come to, is the social awareness. Social awareness is how you are connecting with others, how the mind, how your emotions are in sync with others' emotion, how you are reacting to others' presence, how you are receiving the information of their emotion, and how your association with them is creating harmony. All of these are part of the social awareness part, and one of the major aspect here is known as empathy. Empathy is knowing others' perspective, knowing others' mental state and emotional state, and accordingly helping others and giving them the right path. So this aspect again, what we say empathy or social awareness, empathy is part of it. In social awareness, we need to have three chakras which are very, very important. One, the Swadhisthana chakra, which gives us this sense of emotionality with others, how we are responding to others' emotion, others' actions, and how we are catching it. The transactional emotions, how we are seeing it, how we are feeling it. Next, we also see the gaps. If someone is not able to get somewhere, do we know where the person is suffering or where the person is struggling so that he or she is in emotional turbulence, and that turbulence may be affecting me as well. So in such cases, we have to work on the Anahata chakra. So Swadhisthana, Anahata, These two chakras are very important for social awareness and connecting with others in terms of knowing them and also accommodating them within us, and as well as helping them. And finally, coming to relationship management, which is very important factor. In fact, I would come up with a separate video for relationship alone. In relationship management, some of the energy fields are very key and they impact our relationships. The first one is the Swadhisthana chakra, where our relationships with others are determined. We say relationship is the dynamics of emotion, and Swadhisthana chakra is very sensitive to emotion. Swadhisthana energy, which is also known as, or it channels the element water. That means the water element is associated with Swadhisthana chakra, and the flow of relationship is impacted if Swadhisthana chakra is not harmonized with regard to relationships. Next one is Anahata chakra. Again, it is about understanding, accommodating, and accepting people and having a flow of unconditional love. At times, we just need to go through and help others. And that happens with the Anahata chakra flow. And finally, the Vishuddhi chakra for communication with others, for leading others, for managing others, for guiding and inspiring others. All of these are dependent on the Vishuddhi chakra. So quickly we'll look at the different aspects of emotional intelligence and how the chakra energies are impacting them. First, the self-awareness, Agya chakra, is so very important. For managing self or self-management, where Manipura chakra, Anahata chakra, Vishuddhi chakra and Agya chakra, all four of them have to be balanced, harmonized appropriately. When we are talking about social awareness, here we see we have that sense at the Swadhisthana chakra, Anahata chakra, and this balance is important. And of course, the awareness aspect comes from the Agya chakra, which gets the awareness of it. And finally, when we get to relationship management, it is Swadhisthana chakra, Anahata chakra, and the Vishuddhi chakra, which helps in managing relationships. So in essence, when we look at the entire framework of emotional intelligence, we see there are different chakras impacting different aspects of emotional intelligence. And if you are seeing that any of these factors or any of these aspects of emotional intelligence is not in adequate level with you, then naturally you can work on these chakras and see they change. Now coming to the emotional disturbance specifically, if you're feeling depressed, low, or having some kind of agitation in mind, then we need to look at few of the energies, specific energies. One, are you feeling insecure? If so, Muladhara chakra needs to be harmonized, because the earth energy gives us security, the sense of survival. If that is not in harmony, there is a tendency of the mind to feel low and feel depressed and insecure. So you need to work on the Muladhara chakra. Grounding is one of the best practices that one can do for harmonizing the Muladhara chakra. Similarly, if emotional disturbances with regard to external factors is happening, that means if someone says something, suddenly you feel very, very uncomfortable. Or in case you see something which is unwanted, you don't want to have that in your life, then you feel uncomfortable. That is because of Swadhisthana chakra, which is very sensitive. The water energy is very sensitive to external triggers, and it can immediately take you to a depressed state. So need to harmonize that in case you are touchy and emotionally impacted by small things. And finally, the aspect of Anahata chakra, to accept things. Many times the absence of self-love can lead to emotional turbulence, and that emotional turbulence can be very sustaining. In order to come out of those challenges, need to work on the Anahata chakra. And of course, for mind to get stable, Agya chakra is to be worked upon. And so for you, if you are seeing you are always on the low and having depressed state of mind, Muladhara chakra Swadhisthana Chakra, Anahata Chakra and Agya Chakra. These with appropriate practices need to be performed. In fact, if you want to know more on these, do join in the free masterclass that is there. You can go out and see in the description, the link is there. Attend that session, you would have more clarity about how the chakras they impact our life overall. I trust this understanding of emotional intelligence and the association of emotional intelligence with chakras would have given you some kind of insight. If you love these videos, please do subscribe to this channel and look forward to new insights on various aspects and how they're linked to the chakra. Look forward to see you in the next video.